I don't know this story. Like, I really don't know what BMX rider or what you are talking about right now.
You don't know Samantha in Jersey?
I don't know any Samantha.
What about Miranda?
And Brittany?
I don't know any Brittany. I admit to the things I've done, but this 3 different kind of people and BMX rider and Samantha in Jersey City is just no.
So maybe we can clear this up then. Why don't we bring some people into the Zoom so we can clear this up? All right, there's Samantha.
Hi. Oh, and there's Brittany.
I don't know any of these people.
An email from Mildred. It's time for the truth. Dear Neve and Cammy, my name is Mildred. I'm 23. I live in South Carolina, and I think you guys are my last best hope.
That sounds very dark.
6 years ago, I was catfished by a guy named KJ. KJ had a good heart, and he has been there for me during the times that I've needed him, but he lied a lot. He actually admitted that his pictures weren't real, so I broke things off with him. He disappeared for 2 years. Then, this past January, we started talking regularly again. He was saying he loved me and getting upset when I wouldn't say it back. But I knew I couldn't trust him. But then in June, I got a message from this girl named India because she was trying to figure out if KJ was a catfish. India and I started working together to try to figure out who exactly we'd been talking to. I'm not interested in dating KJ, but he is important to me, and I've come too close to finding the truth to stop now. I know India and I aren't the only girls he's done this to over the years. Do you want to help us catch a serial catfish? Oh.
Hello.
Mildred.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much.
Elaborate a bit more. What's been going on the last 6 years?
Well, we met when he slid into my DM. But then I ended up finding out that that wasn't him.
He has since changed his photos?
Yes.
All right, well, so wait, we'll get to that. So what happened after he slid into your DMs?
Then we started talking on Kick.
Okay.
And that's where we started dating, really.
Walk us through what went down.
Well, everything was good between us at the time. And then around the end of 2016, it was just like a lot of problems. It was always excuses, not wanting to see me. He couldn't come, his car broke, mommy issues. And then I tried to video call him back around when we first started dating. I didn't really get to see like his face, I only saw his back. So I was like, okay.
Hold on, wait. So you did FaceTime with him, but you only saw his back?
Yeah.
That's so weird. If I answered a video call and I saw the back of somebody's head like that, I would call the police.
So then, at some point, you say you discovered that the pictures he sent you weren't him. When did that happen?
I think 2018. I had a friend that was a model, and I was going through his followers, and I ended up seeing somebody with pictures of KJ. So I DM'd him, hey KJ, and he was like, wrong person, I don't know you.
Wow.
I'm assuming you sent a screenshot of that to KJ.
Yeah, I confronted him about it, and he told me he felt like my parents wouldn't be approve of him because he had all the tattoos in his face. He ended up sending me another picture.
Of the new tattoo guy?
Yes. And then eventually I realized it's always gonna be the same story. He's never gonna come see me. So I just cut it off then and there.
All right, so let's fast forward to present day. You mentioned in your email that you and KJ started talking again in January.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling as though things are moving potentially toward a relationship again?
At the time, yeah. But then around May, it was my birthday. He was supposed to come see me, but then he told me that he couldn't come see me anymore because the cops were following him. So I eventually got mad and I told him that I was having a guy friend over, and he got mad, and then he ended up telling me that he's in a relationship with India and he also had a child. He ended up showing me pictures of India and the baby. India, thank God, messaged me 2 weeks later, and she was like, hey, have you met KJ? And I was like, huh? Aren't you his baby mama? She was like, no, we just started talking.
What?
She was confused why he was even sending me those type of pictures.
Oh,
India. Hello.
hey.
How are you guys?
Hi.
I see that KJ has a thing for pretty girls with lashes. I mean, wow.
So wait a second. So India, obviously you and Mildred already know each other. Can you just explain how you and KJ met and what your relationship is?
Well, we met on Instagram. I got a text on Instagram like, oh, hey, you're pretty, da da da. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then we started talking on the phone. We really got a good connection after a while. We'd be on the phone from the morning to the night. We'd sleep on the phone. Like,
Wow.
we talked a lot. We got really close. Everything was pretty good until like all the lies started coming out.
How did you find Mildred in the first place?
So we were supposed to be dating, and he told me he wasn't talking to no other girls, but I didn't believe him. So I started looking through like his followers, and I found Mildred, and I was like, hey, do you know who KJ is? And she was like, yeah, I talked to him. And then she was like, oh, I thought you were his baby mom. And I was like, no, his baby mom, I don't even have a baby.
All of this is weird.
It is.
Really weird.
And look, there's still a very small chance that we're wrong about this, but assuming that it is Darius, we've got to confront this kid. A, because you guys deserve to meet this person who you've been talking to and say
Oh
whatever
my
you want
God.
to say, but also because we need to hopefully discourage him from doing this anymore.
Right.
For both your sake and potentially the dozens or hundreds of other girls this guy might be talking to. So who's in and what's the plan?
I want to meet him.
I mean, I'll do it too. I'm down, but I'm just nervous.
Me too.
Do we need permission from his parents?
I guess not, right? Not if he's 18. All right, I'm getting his number here. The phone number that KJ's been using this whole time. Or let's call him
601.
All right, I'm calling.
Hello.
Hey, is this Darius?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing, Mud? This is Neve from the show Catfish. I was hoping you had a minute to chat.
Yes, sir.
Cool. How's it going?
It's going good.
Are you? I understand. I think you're down in Mississippi, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, look, I'm glad you picked up because we're making an episode now, and I've got a couple ladies who I've been helping, Mildred and India, who have been mixed up in a relationship with someone named KJ, and well, we're pretty sure that you are KJ.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you able to jump on a Zoom with us?
With India? Yeah, but Mildred, I don't know. I think it won't be cool.
Oh, well, we've talked to India and Mildred, and they're both happy to talk to you. Is that okay if they're both on the call? Is now an okay time? Darius?
Huh?
Yeah.
Cool as a mother
Why he said
cucumber.
me?
He said, I don't want to talk to Mildred. I'll talk to India.
Right. My inside is just like boiling.
I can't believe he singled you out like that, though. He needs to know that he can't around like this. Like, if this is gonna be his intro to dating and like women, this is not a good start. Did he text you?
Yes.
What is that?
Hey, I'm not sure about the show. I don't know about this.
Because he know I'm gonna be on here. That's why.
Have you guys gotten into a lot of fights?
A lot.
Well, yeah, because every time he comes up with an excuse and postpones, and maybe you should text him and just say, hey, I know we've been through a lot, but like, I'm not trying to, come at you. I just want to talk.
Okay. Oh, I see the dot.
Share that screen. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I just need a minute. Give me time to think.
Woo!
Oh. Wow.
Mildred. Do you really mean that?
No.
I was about to say. Mildred knows how to play the game.
Oh, we got bubbles.
Oh.
That's what people
Oh.
say. You mean it, or you're just saying it. I don't know if you mean it. Wow. He read you.
I would say something like, let's just close this chapter of our lives the right way.
Okay.
Oh. And send him the Zoom link too, just to put a little pressure on.
Ugh, this is nerve. My heart is beating so fast.
Darius needs to bring his ass to the principal's office immediately.
Yeah. All right, so look. Oh.
Hey,
Hey. Well, I'm very confused. What?
Wait,
Who is this?
Wait, you're not the guy we thought we were gonna talk to.
I'm confused.
Just to be clear, you're Darius.
yes, sir.
Wow.
And you're the one who's been talking to both of the women here on the Zoom.
Yes.
Okay. So we want to just clear this up because we're a little confused. Can you just give us a little background information on you? Because we're
Perplexed.
Yeah.
All right. My name's Darius, and I'm 25. And I stay in Mississippi.
Okay, so you are in Mississippi.
What are you doing in Mississippi? Scamming?
No, I made that up.
So you don't scam.
No.
And how long have you had a fake profile? Was it before Mildred?
It was like when I had met her around that time.
What made you start a profile with somebody else's pictures?
Cause, you know, a guy like me, I felt kind of lonely, and I felt like I need people to talk to. Cause after I had lost my brother, people wasn't there for me like I wanted to be.
Okay, but what do you mean a guy like you? What does that mean?
I'm a little person.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, where I'm from, when people see me, they don't see me as a normal person.
So you've had bad experiences with meeting people.
Yes.
What was anything that you told Mildred or India about KJ's life actually true and sort of part of your life?
Not really. I made all of that up, basically.
And were you ever hospitalized for attempted suicide?
No.
Wow. So why did you tell me you was gonna kill yourself when I said I was gonna leave you?
Because I felt like I wasn't gonna have nobody to talk to after that. So that's why I said that, to keep you around.
But you was talking to India.
And all these other girls. That's my thing.
There were other girls that you talked to, right?
No.
Did he come on here to tell the truth?
I am.
What about the girls I saw with my own eyes? You talked to multiple girls, and I'm not making it seem like it's just us.
I mean, I was, but it wasn't like
a lot.
yeah, it wasn't like that.
A lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
Wow, my heart is like beating so fast right now.
But I want to apologize to both of them separately so they can get where I'm coming from.
You mean privately?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can do that. So, India, if you just give us a minute.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll see you in a minute. Is it all right if we stay or?
Yeah, I can stay. I'm sorry for the things that I did for you in the past. Like, I didn't mean to do it. I know I hurt you a lot, but I really did like you. I just hope you have in your heart to forgive me as a person. Me and you can just be friends and just talk and get to know each other as the real me. Like, it don't gotta be today or tomorrow, but I just want you to forgive me.
Mildred, do you have a response now?
Honestly, it's just hurt like so bad right now because he did put me through a lot. Like, I knew he was catfishing me, but you know, I always made him feel comfortable enough to tell me who he really was. I just feel really betrayed. Every time you would tell me, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm this, I'm that, I'm over here crying for you. You catfished me for 6 years. 6. And keep coming back.
I didn't know how to bring myself out at the time. It's like I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how to tell you.
No, you didn't. Because you're now telling me because of India. You was never gonna tell me.
It's not even just that.
You're just full of bull. I don't even care.
Do you feel like you have a stronger connection with India?
To be honest, yeah.
Okay. Everything that he ever told me was a lie, so there's no friendship there.
All right. Maybe we should bring in India?
Okay.
All right, so Mildred, just hang out a little bit and we'll ping you when it's time to bring you back.
Okay.
All right. All right, thanks for waiting, India.
All right. India, I know me and you haven't known each other for that long, but them past 3 months really brought me out to be the person I am today. When you had told me that I can just be myself, that really kind of touched my heart because nobody never told me that, for real, for real. You really made me feel happy about myself. And I feel like me and you have like some connection that can never be broke. Like, I'm gonna stop all the lies. I'm gonna stop all the manipulative things that I did. I really love you a lot more than as a friend, but it's up to you. It's what you want.
I'm glad that I guess I helped you in a way to bring yourself out and like show the real you. But at the same time, relationship-wise, I just wouldn't be able to talk to you, to be honest. And it has nothing to do with who you actually are. It has to do with the fact that you lied so much about it. And who's to say you're not gonna lie again about whatever else? I don't know what you're telling other people. I don't know what you've done or how far you went with certain things. And I don't know how many other girls you've done this to. Yeah, I take your feelings into consideration too, but what about mine? What about Mildred's? What about all the other girls? You should be yourself. You're gonna find someone one day who will make you happy, who will love you for you and accept you for you.
There's no excuse. You want to meet a woman, you want a woman to spend time on you and love you for who you are, show up as yourself and give her the opportunity to do that. But you don't lie and manipulate and hurt to get what you want.
Can you accept that things between you and India are over?
I just know I up a lot. It's not gonna go back to like the old days, like the old ways. I don't want to accept it, but I'm gonna have to accept it. Pretty much.
What do we got? Okay, so this is interesting. We got an email from our casting department.
From the casting department?
They said, hey guys, it looks like we have a catfish first.
Weird.
I have 2 submissions here from different guys who live in different states. Each of them claims to be in a long-term, long-distance relationship with a guy named Josiah from Philly. I mean, we always assume that a catfish who's talking to one person is probably also talking to other people too.
Well, they generally are
Right.
talking to more than one.
It was just a matter of time before more than one of the hopefuls wrote in at the same time. Okay, here's the email from DJ. Hello, my name is DJ, and I'm 24-year-old from St. Louis. I've been in an on-again, off-again, long-distance relationship with a guy from Philly for 7 years. From the moment I first talked to him, we had a special connection. I fell hard in love with this guy. But every time we try to meet in person or even video chat, something goes wrong.
Finally, Josiah admitted to me that he was not the guy in the pictures he had sent to me. He came clean and showed me his real pictures, or so he says.
I'm starting to worry that the person I've told all my secrets to may not be who he says he is. DJ. Before we talk about this too much, should we look at the other email and
Yeah,
compare
we gotta
them?
compare.
All right. Neiman Max. My name is Malik, and I am a 20-year-old guy currently living in Charlotte, North Carolina. For 5 years, on and off, I've been in love with a guy named Josiah. We deeply love each other, and I hope that if he is who he says he is, then we could meet and seriously try to make a relationship work. But we never video chatted or met in person because he claimed he had a bad phone and moved around a lot. This is pretty interesting because this sounds a lot like DJ's.
On again, off again.
A guy named Josiah from Philly. It sounds similar, but if we're wrong, we're gonna be creating a whole lot of drama. I feel like before we get any further, when we got your email about your situation, one of the guys who helps go through all the emails sent us another email. It's very interesting and curious, and I think you might be interested with us.
Oh, really?
Here's an email from another guy named Malik. Why don't you read this and we can talk about it?
My name is Malik and I am 20 years old. For 5 years, on and off, I've been in love with a guy named Josiah. but we never video chatted or met in person. When I started to question him about standing me up, he blocked me on Facebook. Okay. Wow. Now that's funny. I mean, even from what he says about Josiah, the things he do when he gets upset, this sounds exactly like Josiah.
When we saw these emails, yours and this one, and put them next to each other, it was like, this is a little bit more than just a coincidence.
Exactly.
Well, so here's what I think we can do. We can call Malik.
Let's just see if they're the same person.
Right.
We don't even know.
Now then we have a problem. Now we need to talk because we have an interest in the same guy. So,
Yeah. Well, then let's give him a call, okay?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Neve and Max here. We saw your email about Josiah,
Got it?
and we definitely want to help, but we're in a little bit of a unique situation here. We got another email from another young man named DJ, and both of you told very, very similar stories.
So this DJ guy is talking to Josiah?
We actually don't know yet for sure that you're talking to the same Josiah. So I'm gonna introduce you now to DJ. He's gonna come on the phone.
Wow.
hey Malik, how you doing?
What's up, DJ?
Does these numbers sound familiar to you? 267.
Yes, it
Does he have a Facebook page or Instagram?
is. Facebook.
So what's his current profile picture?
He's just wearing like some big geek glasses with a collar shirt and his cell phone in his hand in the picture.
We're definitely talking to the same person.
Would you say like you're in love with him?
Yes, I'm definitely in love with Josiah. Like, even though we talk to the other people, him already can seem like I'm the superior relationship, and we're gonna be with each other.
Here's what I'm gonna suggest. If you guys are cool with sort of teaming up to work on figuring this out together, we can come meet you in Charlotte, and then maybe all go find and talk to Josiah together.
I definitely have a problem teaming up with you because it's not our fault, it's his fault.
Exactly.
And I'm kind of trying to hold myself together right now because I'm highly pissed right now.
All right, so we'll see you soon, Malik.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, man.
What the is going on?
Sorry, man.
Like, all I'm thinking now is like, damn, dude, you really been lying to me. So my first love is now my first cheat. That's 7 years of my life that I can't get back because you like to play games. This ain't Nintendo.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, what's up,
How you
man?
doing?
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Malik?
Max.
Nice to meet
Max.
you.
How are you? And,
Nice to meet you.
I'm
too.
DJ.
DJ.
Nice to meet you.
You come in.
All right, cool, thanks.
We could come through the back to the patio.
Sure, yeah. DJ, why don't you have a seat on the couch there?
No
Max,
problem.
slide in.
Thanks, slide in. How you doing, man?
Good. The tenth a little bit, but
Nervous?
yeah.
You and Josiah have been talking since, I guess, you were 15.
2010. Me, I'm not gonna actually be mad at him because we going through the same.
Exactly.
So I'm be mad at Josiah.
Exactly.
I still love Josiah because I spent my whole life with him. Like when I came out the closet, he was there for me through that whole situation, almost through my whole life. 15 to now where I'm at right now, 20.
I sympathize and I understand what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because right around the same age, I met Josiah. I was just coming out to my, my family. And like he did with you, he helped me guide me through that situation.
Yeah.
I'm interested in hearing your story and see if it's actually similar, because I'm wondering if he was the same way with you.
How we first met was just through Facebook, messaging, hey, how you doing? Then we instantly start talking on the phone every single night. And after 5 months of us talking, I found out that he was dating another guy in Atlanta. He was living in Atlanta at the time. And I actually spoke with the boy. And the boy was like, they lived with each other. They was living with each other the whole time in Atlanta. And that's when I called Josiah.
He admitted that, yes, that was true.
No. How he is like when you kind of come at him with some right information, then after that, he want to kind of storm off and hang up the phone, block you. I would keep begging him to come see me because the plan was for me to live with him.
Has he ever sent you any kind of photos that showed anything more than just like what's posted on Facebook?
Now when I think about it, no. I'm just pissed the off. I want to like go off. I want answers. We was definitely about to live with each other, do what we do, because Josiah was always gonna be my man. I know that in the future, we're gonna be together, we're gonna be living with each other and stuff like that, because that's what always, he gave me that type of dream.
Yeah, let's take a second, please. This is more extra drama that I just don't need. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh, wow. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm Neve.
Josiah.
Good to meet you, man. Well, hello, JoJo. I guess you know these guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hey,
Nice to finally meet you.
nice to finally meet you, too. Hello.
What's up?
Not gonna shake my hand?
This is gonna be fun. I just can't believe you're you.
Yeah, that's the big surprise.
That's the big surprise. Wow. That never happens. Wow. 7 years, huh? It took 7 years for you to get
5 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it with both of them at one time.
Are you scared?
No, I'm
Are you
not scared. It's just, it's both of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, we've never had a situation like this, so,
Right. So it's like, it's a lot.
we're all trying to figure it out. What was the problem? I don't understand. Like,
I mean, these two different people. It's two completely different
Well,
stories.
then why not
but
like video chat with them or meet up with them?
I mean, because at that time, like, I had a lot going on.
we all got things going on, JoJo.
If you're gonna let me talk, then, you know, I'll talk. But
If it makes sense.
Don't jump down my throat.
Let's just figure out how we can make this situation go as best as possible. So right now, you have the floor. What's your deal?
I'm from Philadelphia. I'm a home health care aide. I'm 22 years old.
Have you always lived in Philly, or have you lived in other places?
I've lived in several different places.
Are there other guys aside from DJ and Malik that you've been talking to for a long time on the internet?
No,
They're the only two.
the only two.
Do you have a kid?
Yes, I do have a son.
You
2
do?
years old.
Are you in a relationship with the mother?
No, I'm not in a relationship with the mother.
Great. What other sort of bigger details about your life that we don't know, or maybe we think we know? Or...
Well, right now I'm currently in a relationship. We've been together for 2 years.
Wow. 2 years?
In real life?
Yes. That's why I haven't been able to use Skype or, you know, meet. When I'm on the phone with Malik, my boyfriend is not around. If I'm texting Malik or DJ, you know, even if I'm laying in bed with him, I'll turn to the side, you know, so he won't see.
Right.
So,
Oh, you smart. You smart. Okay.
I mean, y'all have every right to be upset.
Upset is
an
understatement.
It's nothing. I mean, only thing I really can say is sorry and try to give you guys answers, but it's nothing else I can really do.
But why do it for so long?
I have a special type of connection with y'all. Like, it's kind of hard to let y'all go. It's difficult.
What are your feelings towards these guys?
I love both of them. I mean, I might love one more than the other, but I love both of them.
Who?
Well, I mean, I love DJ more than, you know, but it's only because, you know, I know him so long. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt your
You didn't hurt
feelings.
my feelings.
Only thing I can say is sorry.
Do you feel like you've been dishonest with them?
I feel like we haven't sat down and said we're together. For all I know, he can have about 2 other people he's about to text, you know, once we leave.
But you were lying when you first met DJ.
Yes, but, you know, DJ caught me in that lie, and I showed him who I really was, and he accepted me.
So my question is, why after that didn't you never come?
So you really think during the summer I wanted to take my money and travel all the way to
You know
East
what?
Bummer, whatever,
I would think if you're in
to
a
go meet
relationship
somebody?
and committed to someone, or you feeling such strongly towards someone, yeah,
This-
I would want to take my
I don't
money.
think I'm going to be able to sit here and
to
continue to do
go
this,
there.
because you're not going to
It's
listen to me.
always,
if
so
it's
you
no-
can't stand
All right,
having a
whatever.
hot seat.
All right,
a second.
Whatever. Whatever.
You can't have a grown man conversation for he gets mad, he can't stand still to talk, to have a conversation. He has to move, hang up, or block you. I'm good.
I don't got to say.
Whether it was a little lie, whether it's a big lie, you lied.
Y'all playing. I'm done.
What's good, Neve and guest?
You're a guest.
Wow, I'm guest. I'm a +1.
You are a +1. My name is Oceana. I'm about to turn 21, and I'm an aspiring hairdresser. I live in Clayton, North Carolina with my dad and his fiance. About 6 months ago, I was doing a live Insta complaining that other females only want to hook up. I said I wanted someone to be with long term, and a girl named Nelly commented saying I should give her a chance.
I looked on her profile.
She was cute, and even though she lived in Houston,
I decided to take a risk.
Ooh, okay. Nelly is funny, beautiful, and caring, but she couldn't video chat.
That's how it always starts, man.
Everything was going well. Nelly had some personal issues, but still wanted to come see me. So we made plans for her and her best friend to come visit in November. So, that's smart. We don't hear about that often. Don't go by yourself.
That's true, that's true. Pull up with the homies.
Right. I got all cute, got my own best friend to come, and we waited at my favorite hookah bar for her to show up. She texted me at midnight that she'd landed, but by the time 4 a.m. rolled around, she still hadn't made it. There was always an excuse for why she didn't show up. A car accident, police seizing her rental.
Oh my God, lies, bro.
I was done. I wanted to be with her, but I got tired of waiting. I told her we should just be friends. I still have a lot of love for her, but I recently learned something upsetting that has me questioning everything I thought I knew about her. I need help figuring out if I should keep trusting her or if it's time to cut her out of my life completely. Holler at me when you get the chance, Oceana. So tell us kind of again, from the beginning.
Give me details.
Okay, so I met Nelly 6 months ago. She's like, I'm trying to give you that serious relationship. I'm trying to give you everything you want. So, I was telling her I'm ready to see you. I want to do something. She was like, well, I'll come down there. That's when her daughter had passed.
Now, had she been telling you about her daughter before?
Would you be linking up with some shorty the day after your infant has your funeral?
That's what...
And that's why I told her, you
Right.
don't have to come down here. You need time to grieve. You need time to be with your family. You get what I'm saying? No, I still want to come down there. I still want to come see you. I'm like...
Sound like cap, bro.
So then she says she's flying up with her friend Raven.
So me and my best friend, we get to the hookah bar. We chillin'. It's like 12-something. She told me, oh, we touched down. We're in Raleigh. 3:30 comes around. We leave. I get in the car. I automatically just pour out crying. So Nelly touches down to me and says she had gotten into a car accident. She's telling me the police come. She didn't have her ID. They took her rental car.
I've never heard nobody lie so dramatically.
After that, I was just like, I'm done with all of this. Months passed, and Kira, my ex, told me Nelly came into Kira's Instagram, and she told me Nelly put her on with her best friend, Kayla.
So your ex Kira starts talking to Nelly's friend Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
And are they they're flirting, I guess, or
Yeah.
whatever. Nelly and Kayla have the same phone number.
Yes,
Is what you're
exact same
saying.
phone number.
So your ex Kira is potentially getting catfished by Nelly also.
Mm-hmm.
These names, bro.
How did you meet Kira?
Me and her met through Facebook.
Are you sure Kira is who she
Yeah.
says she is?
Oh yeah, me and Kira, we video chat all the time.
Recently, you started talking to another girl,
Sierra.
Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
And then, coincidentally, Sierra says she knows...
Kayla's her best friend.
Where does Sierra live?
Houston, Texas.
Same city as
Right.
Raven, Nelly, and Kayla.
Yeah.
So you don't think that Raven could be Nelly just based on the fact that her voice is so different than Nelly's? Or do you think Kira could be somehow involved in all this because she just happens to be talking to Kayla now?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You don't think there's...
Kira.
You think you're
I
on
don't
good
think
terms
so.
with Kira, and if she had something to say to you, she would just tell you? The heart of the story here is that you've been involved with this girl, Nelly, but she's potentially been catfishing you. She's potentially catfished your ex, Kira.
Mm-hmm.
She might somehow be involved with this new girl that you are talking to. And who knows how many other friends of yours she might have reached out to.
Man, you gotta call Max. I ain't handling this one.
Here's Kira's page. Oceana's ex-girlfriend. Let's send her a message. Hey, it's Neve. Would love to chat. See if she gets back. All right. So yeah. So. Oh, she just texted. That was a Facebook message. I can call. Cool. Oh, here she is.
Oh, lit.
Hello. Hey, Kira. How you doing?
What's up?
You don't have a video camera you can turn on?
Right now I can't because my ankle's broke.
How did you break your ankle?
I was trying to avoid stepping on my puppy and twisted my ankle and broke it.
Bummer. So we're calling because Oceana was talking to this girl, Nelly, and then you started talking to Nelly's friend, Kayla, and we're just trying to figure out how you got involved in all this.
I really don't know Nelly that much, but besides she had joined my live, She noticed that I was friends with Oceana, and she just said she wanted to talk to Oceana and pursue a relationship.
So wait a second, so Nelly found Oceana through you?
Yeah.
We didn't know that. Have you video chatted with Kayla?
No, sir.
No.
I tried multiple times, but she always told me her camera was broke or whatever.
Where does she say she lives?
She told me she stayed in Houston.
But you really wanted to meet up with her?
Yes.
I don't know where this is going, but if it ends up going to Houston, would you be down to meet us there?
My ankle's broken right now.
Right, but people have traveled with greater injuries.
I traveled 8 months pregnant.
Look, both of you are invested in these relationships, so just think about it. We don't even know where we're going yet, and then we'll check back in with you later.
Okay.
All right, Kira, thanks and nice to meet you.
Bye.
We can text her or let her know that we're on our way.
So many, it's like so many what ifs. Like, what if it's this person? What if it's this person? What if it's this person?
What if it's someone that you know? This is the street, North Sweep. Here's the thing, we're rolling deep. We got 2 hopefuls with exes. In 7 seasons, I've never dealt with this, and it might be a lot for Nelly to handle. So, here's the plan. The 3 of us will go, I'll knock on the door, and then when, like, the right moment comes, I'll come get you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you in a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One right here.
Got it.
Hello?
Hello?
Look, I live with my ex-girlfriend. And
Okay.
We couldn't do it there. This is my own house, so I want to keep it private. Can you come to the back, please?
Oh, okay. She asked us to meet her in the back.
Yeah.
She wants to keep it private.
Okay.
I guess we go this way.
It's a little too private.
Oh, here we go. Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Raven, right?
Yes.
You know
Hi, Raven. Hi, Oceana.
Oceana and Slick.
What's up, nice to
Hey, nice to meet you.
So what's going on?
I found Oceana's Instagram. You know, I liked her. I liked what I saw, but I just felt like I couldn't approach her because I didn't think that she would talk to me. So I created a fake page, Nelly, to talk to Oceana. And then, at some point I wanted to, kind of like end what was going on, but it was like hard. I'm like, how do I tell her that I'm not the person that she thinks she loves? So I just never ended it.
I don't even know what to say because we got on video chat. Like, that's crazy. And like being on the phone, y'all didn't sound alike. Anything that you said to me, whether you was Nelly or Raven, I was there for you, period. Like, for what? You told me that for what?
My life was up at the time. When I first met you, I was going through a lot. Me and my wife had just separated because she cheated on me in our house with one of my friends. Me and my wife, we live in the same house so we can co-parent, but we split up.
You told her your baby died.
I got a baby, for real. I got a 9-month-old baby.
So why? Why would you lie about some like that?
Why tell her that your kid died?
Just to, string the lies along.
I felt bad, bro. I felt bad for you. You just threw lies out there. You don't understand how the I felt when I was sitting in there and I was hurt. You should have just told me. All of those lies did not have to be done. So, who's Kayla?
That is my best friend, my actual best friend.
I just don't believe that.
You're telling me Kayla is an actual person?
Yeah, that's my actual best friend. She lives here in Houston.
Who's Ciara?
I don't even know who that is.
Ciara said she's friends with Kayla.
I don't know nobody named Ciara, whatever. I don't know nobody with that name.
I'm so mad I can't even stop moving.
You're telling me you only had one fake profile?
Yeah, I only got one fake profile, and that was the Nelly. And
Really?
Yeah, really.
I don't know if I can believe that because it's so hard to take you serious. I don't know if you said anything true.
You're entitled to feel like that.
What about Kira?
I don't know who that is.
Nelly knew who Kara was.
Oh, your ex-girlfriend, Kira? Oh, yeah, I know Kira, but just from Instagram.
You and like Nelly and Kira,
Kira
like
talk, yeah.
talk.
But not nothing like that, like, not like dating or nothing. We didn't really like talk, like, you know?
But
like,
Kira's talking to Kayla.
I don't know nothing about that, because I wasn't in the mix.
But Kayla and Nelly have the same phone number.
No, they don't. When Kayla was talking to Kira, they was talking on my phone.
You're telling me Kayla, your friend, started her own relationship with someone else? That doesn't make sense.
With her ex-girlfriend.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Ask her.
I just don't get how it intertwines. You just shrug off that like that?
I feel like y'all asking me questions I already explained, like, and when I feel like y'all putting me my back against the wall, like trying to, like on some, I'm just not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna speak.
All right, so okay, we don't want to do
I'm
that.
gonna just be done with the situation. I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna go on about my business.
It's just like you just lied about so much. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Period.
I understand everybody is very emotional. We're just gonna take a few minutes back in the car, and then we'll meet back up.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so, Raven admitted she is Nelly. We asked her about Kayla. She said Kayla is her best friend. Sounds bogus. I mean, she's Kayla.
She's Kayla.
But, you know, she's emotional. She apparently had a rough year. Found out her wife was cheating on her with a friend. They sort of split up, but they still live together, and they're raising their daughter together.
That's what Raven said?
That's what she just told us.
Kayla told me the same thing.
Kayla's story is basically exactly Raven's story. All right, so then she's definitely Kayla. You need to come talk to her and call her out. Hey.
Hey.
We also have Kira with us.
Yeah, I know Kira.
Yeah.
Right.
The situation with Caleb, they told me about her daughter and everything, that's the same situation she told me about. She had a daughter, she had a girlfriend. Her girlfriend wound up cheating on her, but they stayed together, you know, to basically help with the daughter and everything like that. That's
That
what
didn't
she
have
told me.
nothing to do with me. I didn't tell Kira to go talk to Kayla. I didn't tell Kayla to go talk to Kira. And when she texted Kira from my phone, she deleted the messages out of my phone before she gave me my phone.
But why would she just call Kira from her own phone or text?
Because she got a husband. He goes through her phone or whatever the situation is.
You understand Kayla's story is very, very similar to your story.
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
Can you call Kayla right now? Can we ask her some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because that would just help clear things up.
She answered the phone.
Raven, come on. You see how all the
Right, I can
arrows
understand.
point to you.
Right.
I'd like to all sit down together and just like wrap this up. Make sure everyone's asked whatever they have to ask, said whatever they have to say, and made it very clear. This needs to stop.
Okay.
My boyfriend is a catfish.
Ooh, dear Neve and Max, I'm a 29-year-old and a mom of 2 living in Portland. About 6 months ago, I met a guy named Lucas on Tinder.
Tinder!
We got a Tinder!
Finally, Tinder!
Lucas and I started to talk and text all the time. Not only was he gorgeous, but he was sweet and empathetic. Although Lucas went to school in Missouri, he was planning on relocating to Portland. Convenient.
Yeah.
He wanted us to be exclusive, and he told me he loved me. Our relationship was solid, but then things started to get strange.
Here comes the turn.
Lucas supposedly moved to Portland, but he couldn't meet me. I knew something was wrong, and so did my friends. From watching your show, they knew how to do a reverse image search, and that's how I found out Lucas was fake. I haven't told Lucas that I know he's lying to me.
Oh, wow.
I want to meet him face to face to find out why he's doing this.
All right.
So she's kept it going.
You meet this guy and you slowly let him know these things, and you know, miraculously, he's cool with it all.
Yeah. Lucas just made, you know, everything a little bit easier. The kid thing didn't bother him. He said he had worked in a daycare before.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
So, you know, we continued talking every day. We didn't video chat or anything because he had informed me that he was gonna be moving to Portland for an internship around January 5th. And so I wanted the first time we saw each other to be the first time we saw each other. I felt like it would just make it that much more special. Well then, January, he moved here. Days go by where I was like, hey, you wanna meet up? Let's get some coffee or a cocktail or something.
Hold on a second. He moved here in January, and he didn't come by to see you. Right.
Yeah. So then one night, had a couple cocktails, come home. My friends were here that night. And I'm like, let's call Lucas. They're like, well, Lucas, we don't believe you're you. So send us a Snapchat of your face holding one finger up with our names written on a piece of paper. So then he sent the Snapchat. Like, you can't, who can fake a Snapchat, right? And I have the Snapchat, so he's that gentleman right there.
Okay.
This would be the Snapchat.
Oh.
I mean, if I got that, I would be like, well, this guy's legit.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends was like, I bet you it's photoshopped. So she did a reverse image search. So the next picture I'm gonna show you, you're gonna look pretty similar. There we go.
Ah.
Look at the shadow where the fingers are.
Wow.
Like, that's dedication. That's where it's next level.
That's crazy.
So that's what popped up on the search. And it led back to a man named Trey. Trey had a lot more photos on his Instagram. And not only that, but in that same day, a girl contacted me. Her name's Ursula. And she says, beware of the scammer, Lucas. He's pretending to be somebody he's not, and he's developing relationships with other women, all of which I didn't necessarily ask her about. It's just a hard thing to know that you were sending private photos. You know, I may have done Playboy and I may be a dancer, but when I send you a personal picture, it's because I trust you, and it's disturbing to think that he's taking advantage of other women that way too.
Pretty a sinister thought.
Yeah. No, it's disgusting.
We gotta figure out who this guy is. At the moment, it looks like Ursula probably knows the most.
Right.
So maybe we should video chat with her just to make sure she's legit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hi.
Whoa. Hi.
Hello. Hey, guys.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Really good. Thanks for answering my call. Obviously, I don't know if you recognize Jamie.
I do, hey.
But,
nice to meet you.
We've been talking a lot about you, and we have so many questions, and we're trying to figure all this out. Can you explain to us what happened with you and Lucas and everything that you figured out?
Yeah, we met off Tinder. He told me he was living in Missouri, and then he told me he was moving to New York City for an internship at a technology company in New York.
Yeah.
And then I basically found out that he's not who he really is because I booked a flight to Missouri. So he came clean.
But you booked a flight to Missouri. Did you go?
No, I didn't go. No, I didn't go.
You told him that you bought your ticket, and then he realized he better tell you the truth.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
Yeah.
I'm not who I've been saying I am. I'm not the guy in the pictures.
Jamie sent him pictures, some of them nudes. Did you ever send him similar?
Yes, I did send him intimate photos and videos. This is what I think he does. Gets into an intimate relationship with these girls, gets nudes from them, and then after a while he'll reveal himself and then just block these girls. And he's probably still doing that.
I guess he blocked you too.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you find out about all these other girls?
When he told me that he's not the guy in the pictures, I screenshotted some of the girls that were following him, and then I reached out to them. That's how I found Jamie.
So, considering that you've both been involved in this, we could try and do this together. I think it'd be more powerful for him to be confronted by both of you than just one of you.
Absolutely.
Are you available to fly and meet us here in Portland?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, safe travels.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so this guy's creepy and weird,
Got a
and
little bit of power in his corner with the photos.
he's
that
got these photos of you, and
Mhm.
like the last thing you want to do is piss him off. He knows a lot about you. He knows where you work. He knows about your kids, and it's really scary.
This guy could be a real monster.
When we asked him why he's been doing this to us and other women, he called us an experiment.
Ugh.
But he admitted to me he's catfished over 400 girls.
What? 400? Are you kidding?
Gross.
What? Just got a weird text message. This is from Mike in casting. Hey guys, hope all is well with you. We were just contacted by a woman named Sarah. She was catfished by a guy named Lucas, and we think this could be connected to the story you're currently filming. Let's call her. Hi, Sarah. Hi. How are you? It's Neve and Max. Hi there. So, someone from our casting just saw an email that you sent about this guy that you're talking to, Lucas.
Yeah, we matched on Tinder, actually. Well, we were just talking with the idea of a future relationship, since he had told me that he's moving to Dallas from, I think, Missouri. I figured out that he was lying to me.
We're sitting with two girls, Ursula and Jamie.
Hi.
So these girls also met Lucas on Tinder. What's become very apparent is that this guy, Zach, has been doing this for years to maybe hundreds of women across the country. And so if we go to Missouri to find him and confront him, would you be willing to meet us there too? Because I think the more people we bring, the more powerful the message might be.
Yeah, I'd be happy to come.
All right, well, thanks, Sarah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, see ya. Every minute that goes by, there's a chance that one of the hundreds of girls that he's talking to are potentially putting themselves in a compromising position. I mean, we don't even know what he's done to some of these girls. We got an address.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
You good to go? We got an address. We're moving. All right. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We just got a response. Let's go. You don't want to be in front of this train. We're rolling in deep.
SWAT team.
All right, let's do it.
So on behalf of all the 400 girls he's talking to, let's go confront this guy.
My name's Courtney. I met Lucas a few months ago on Tinder.
My name is Lana.
Kayla. Avery.
Sonia.
My name's Annalicia.
I met Lucas about 5 months ago.
We talked constantly.
He seemed like a really sweet guy. Kind, loving.
He wanted to move to Wisconsin to be with me. He was going to move to Sweden.
I know he was lying to me.
I just feel like a fool.
I hope you guys find him and he gets what he deserves.
All right, this is straight here.
Oh my God, my heart's beating faster. I'm scared.
Okay. You guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm really scared. Oh my God.
You're going up to the
Well, yeah, you
door,
guys can hang,
though,
you know,
right?
hang back a little bit. Wait right here. Perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm afraid to look. Just turn around.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Are you Zach?
Yes, this is me.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
You're who I was texting with earlier?
Yes, it's me.
And you know these three young women?
I do.
Why don't you come on out for a second?
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know if you have something you want to start with, because we have a lot we want to say, obviously.
Yeah, so, I don't know where to begin.
Well,
Okay, well,
why don't you start with who you are?
Okay.
And how this all started.
Okay. As you guys knew me as Lucas, I'm Zach. It's my real name. This all started just over a year ago. I was curious about someone who was as attractive as Lucas, the kind of reception they would get on Tinder versus Zach, myself. I started to really enjoy the attention I was getting from people I'd never gotten attention from before, and that, to me, was something I'd never experienced, and I was really happy about that. And that's where it started.
How many? How many girls?
Too many that I talked personally with. I got their numbers, like 400.
That's disgusting. Yeah. That's disgusting.
I mean, that's one of the blunders of online dating is you start talking to these people casually and
It's not casual talk when you have to Photoshop photos and take an hour to make a fake video. That's not casual talk,
I mean,
that's
that
deliberate lying.
I recognize like 100% that that is not okay.
So why do it if it's not okay?
At the time, I didn't think twice of it.
Have you ever hurt that bad? Like, has anybody ever crushed you?
Maybe once, twice.
Well, it's happened to me a lot. I didn't need somebody else to come along and manipulate me and take time away from my kids and my family.
Are you thinking of the impact of your actions when you do these things?
Honestly, no. You know, like, that's the selfish part. Because I haven't really had the opportunity, possibly
Well,
wanted to say.
it's not about having the opportunity.
Yeah, oh,
it's
no,
about just doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
There were a lot of lines that you crossed. Soliciting naked photos from them was a huge line that you crossed.
Okay, and I'd like to address that.
Yeah, address that.
Please
Yes,
address that.
yeah. I can't just stand here and say, like, that wasn't interesting, because that was. But that wasn't the point. That's,
what do you do
I
with
think,
them?
like,
What do you
that's
do with
kinda
the
what it
photos?
is.
Are they on, like,
They're
on
gone.
your
I deleted
computer
them.
and file folders with Lisa, Jan, Steph?
Ursula.
Do you save them? Because I'm betting money that you do.
I deleted them. I'm not proud of that side of it. That's
Listen,
the side
you
that.
catfished all these girls. This whole thing is nothing to be proud of.
I really have a hard time believing you delete the photos.
Yeah.
You guys can look if you
Do
want.
you have your phone on you?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's look at the phone. Let's start with
You
the
guys-
phone.
Hold on.
Are you deleting stuff right now?
No, no, I'm not. I'm scrolling back and forth.
To
Here,
get
we
in
know how to
there.
scroll through a phone.
Yeah. Yeah, our conversation. Yeah.
You're recording all this?
Are you kidding me?
That's so up.
Yeah.
Let Neve, look, Neve, just take a step back so he can't look over your shoulder. Don't worry about him.
Okay.
He'll find or not find whatever he's looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm finding some stuff on your phone.
Okay, I didn't like scrutinize like.
Yeah, no, but I know enough about how to keep things private to know to look in your Google Drive. Which
Okay.
you probably didn't think I was going to go into. I found one list that you keep in your Google Drive, list of girls. Jamie in parentheses next to it says Portland former Playboy model. And then you have a status list underneath. And for Megan, it says on the level of saying, I love you, lives in Vegas, doesn't know she's being catfished. Lauren, also on the level of saying, I love you, lives in Palm Springs, I think, doesn't know she's being catfished. Deborah, been talking for a while, she lives in Illinois, wants to meet Lucas badly. Watch out for that subject. Doesn't know she's being catfished. Jamie, talking since November, Ursula told her she's being catfished. So you were keeping notes.
400 girls.
Categorize
And-
me.
and then-
You're not even listening
I am,
to want
no,
your damn
you're saying-
phone back.
It's not fun anymore at this point to have something going just to know that it's gonna come to an end. For me, as bad as like something like this is.
There's something really just odd and off about the way you're talking about everything. It's not that you're overcome with guilt by the sheer pain and embarrassment that you're causing these girls. It's about the fact that, oh, you don't want to just get into a relationship that you know you're going to have to end. None of it had to do with I'm hurting a lot of people, and that makes me feel terrible inside.
I thought that was because it's obvious that I'm hurting these people, and I know that.
It's obvious that you're hurting these people, but it's
Then
not.
why
It's
do
not.
What's
that?
not obvious is that
what-
you care about that.
Honestly, I don't think you even have feelings. That's how I feel.
I think that's how we all feel.
I do.
I don't believe in anything you have to say. I really don't.
Right, which leads me to my next thing, which is there's only one way to tell if you're sorry, and that's
Yeah.
by stopping.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Prove me right.
Okay.
Oh, we got one. Here we go. I really need your help. Hi, Neve and Cammy. My name is Jeanette. I'm 28, from Long Island, and I'm a visual merchandiser for a big retail chain. A few months ago, my cousin Kiara introduced me to this guy, Patrick. Patrick is 35, served in the military, is smart, handsome, and has a good job at the FBI.
What? Oh God! So what? Everything has to be kept a secret. He can't reveal
Well,
too
let's see.
much.
Wait, let's see. This is good. We would speak every day via DM. We we eventually were texting. But Patrick was always complaining about his broken phone. Our conversations became infrequent, and I began to think there was something strange going on. Then things really got weird. When my cousin Kiara introduced me to Patrick, Kiara was dating Patrick's cousin, Gabby, in real life.
Oh.
Kiara and Gabby seemed to be very happy. Honestly, it all sounded like a romantic comedy, but it turned out to be more of a horror show. I confided in my cousin that I was suspicious of Patrick. One day, Kiara did some digging. She found some really messed up things in Gabby's phone. They had a huge fight, and Kiara told me that she thinks Patrick is not real. I want to know the truth about who Patrick and Gabby are, because I am still not sure who I was talking to. And even though Kiara knows Gabby might have been lying to us, she's willing to forgive her and take her back, because they are in love, which I think is a mistake. I'm not sure what this girl is capable of. I would truly appreciate your help. Thanks, Jeanette.
Hey.
What's up, Jeanette?
How are you guys?
Great. We read your email and we were sweating. I mean, the drama and the intrigue and the mystery.
It's a great story, and it sounds like it is far from over.
Yes.
You gotta fill us in with all the details so we can know what's going on.
Absolutely. I'll start from the beginning. I know Patrick through my cousin Kiara and her girlfriend, Gabby. I met Gabby 3-4 months ago. She came with my cousin to my job. We went to go eat after I got off from work. And my cousin mentions, hey, we should hook up my cousin with your cousin, Patrick. And Gabby pulls out her phone. She starts showing me like his Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay, he's attractive. Gabby kept pushing him on me, showing me more and more pictures. I was like, okay, yeah, he's cute, I get it.
So you were into it?
Yeah, and that's kind of how we started conversating.
And had Kiara ever talked to Patrick before he started talking to you?
Yes, they were in contact. They were getting to know each other's families. She had communicated with him before.
Okay.
My cousin calls me one night, tells me, I think Patrick might be fake. So I asked her, I was like, what's going on? From what I know, Kiara and Gabby, they would fight and she was having a bit of trust issues. And she tells me, I went through Gabby's phone and I saw a whole bunch of pictures of Patrick. Like everything that he has on his Instagram is on her phone saved. But she asked Gabby and Gabby denies it at first. So I start doing a little bit more digging at this point and I eventually find the real guy.
The guy in the pictures?
Yes.
Interesting.
I send that to my cousin. She shows Gabby. She's like, you can't lie to me. Look at the real person right here. She's like, okay, I'll admit it, but it's not me, I promise. I'm covering for some guy.
You don't buy that, do you?
Nope. I got so weirded out. She's definitely a big liar.
Should we just keep looking at that Tumblr?
How can we contact the bloggers?
I think we can go to Bin Verified and you can do a username search. So who do we want to search the most?
This one posted a lot. Let's start with this love person.
All right, let's search this.
Ha!
Brittany. There's phone numbers and everything. It's incredible. Jeez. I'm just gonna call it. I want answers now.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for Brittany.
This is Brittany. Madison's calling.
Oh, cool. My name is Neve from the MTV show Catfish. Have you heard of that?
Is this by any chance like about someone maybe named Gabby?
It is.
Yes. Interesting. Oh boy.
Oh wait, can you jump on a Zoom call? That'd be great.
Definitely, because I like need to make sure that you are you and not actually just her.
Right.
That'd be great.
All right, I'm gonna text you Zoom link. Okay.
Hi.
What's
Hi. This is crazy.
Okay, so just take us back and tell us what you know.
My best friend, Miranda, was working at this bar and Gabby was her coworker. So Gabby like convinced her to move into this apartment with her. So then they were roommates.
Wow.
And from the day that I met Gabby, I just got these like weird vibes from her that she was very, very kind of obsessed with Miranda, like totally possessive of her. She wasn't allowed to talk to me. She wasn't allowed to hang out with me at all. If we had plans, Gabby would kind of force her to cancel by like having some nervous breakdown and crying and not letting her leave the apartment. So very quickly it turned more into like a single white female situation. There were nights where Miranda would text me that Gabby fell asleep in her bed when she had her own room and her own bed right next door.
Well, we know that Gabby has since at least now started openly dating women.
Is Miranda gay?
No, not at all. But in the mix of, you know, being friends with Gabby, Miranda starts dating some guy named Chris that Gabby introduced her to as her cousin. The big red flag for me was Chris told Miranda that the reason he could never meet up was he was a CIA agent.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard it. Yep.
But in our story, he works for the FBI, not the CIA.
Wow, yeah, she needs help.
The weird thing is, we also just talked to this girl who has been friends with Patrick, but like she's actually talked on the phone with her husband to some guy.
Yeah, Miranda spoke to a guy on the phone too, who we later found out I think was maybe Gabby's brother.
Did he have a thick accent?
Yeah, Hungarian.
So yeah, same guy. But does Gabby have an accent?
Yes.
Oh, she does.
Also, I have someone that you should probably talk to. Around the same time that Miranda was dating Christian, there was another girl named Sam who was also dating him.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you guys?
Wow, all right, we're good.
Good.
So we're neck deep in Gabby poo.
Yes.
It stinks.
And we hear you have your own pile of it you could share with us.
Yeah. So it was 2014. I started online dating. I met some guy and he was absolutely gorgeous. His name was Christian Wagner. And we would send pictures back and forth. He'd send me pictures of his dog.
Sure.
You know, then we'd have some drinks and it would get a little, racy. So I'd be like, when are we gonna meet up? When are we gonna see each other? He was like, I can't, but my friend Gabby, you would really love her. You should meet up with her. Yeah.
Did you ever meet up with Gabby?
I did not. And then I started to get a little suspicious. Why can't you even call me? He said, fine, I'll call you. And then this very strange man called me that did not match up to the picture.
Hungarian. Right.
Oh, yeah. Then I said, I want you, to send me a picture of you holding my name that says Samantha on it, which I have. So I have a picture of this gorgeous guy holding a card that says my name on it.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I started to look on the internet and I put in his name and I found Miranda, who was another girl that this happened to.
Mm-hmm.
So then it all, came, this is it, and freaked out and done with online dating. But then it happened again. She catfished me twice. She made up another person probably like a month later. A BMX biker named Patrick, but I was obviously on my guard. So I said, I want you to make me a video. And I want you to say what I'm telling you to say in this video. Sure enough, I get an Instagram of Patrick, the guy in the pictures that she was sending me, saying, I can't wait to see you in New York. So I'm like, done, awesome. And then again, I started researching and I found the guy that was in one of his pictures. Then I found Patrick. So I reached out to him on Facebook and I said, I have a video on my phone of you saying, Samantha, I'm coming to see you. I've been having this relationship with you for almost a month. And he was like, oh my God, a girl reached out to me. He was auditioning for a movie and she needed him to say the line, Samantha, I can't wait to see you in New York.
Oh my God, that's so smart. And
she went far.
Devious. Oh my God.
So, I'm so happy that you guys are doing this because we talked so much. Like when he didn't exist, I was so hurt and so upset. How you should sleep at night, doing this to people. My heart, I cry.
I just told her to stop stalling. I was like, because if you ever love me, you should give me the answers I need.
Oh.
Gabby?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Obviously, Jeanette and you know Kiara. I'm not sure if you know me and Cami. We got involved because a profile that you are associated with might have been fake, and so here we are. We've got a lot of questions, but before we get into that, we just wanted to give you an opportunity. Others might not give you that opportunity, but we thought, let's see what you have to say for yourself before we start asking questions.
I'd rather just go with the questions for now.
All right, so tell us what went down with you and Jeanette.
Yes, I was talking to Jeanette as Patrick and with Kiara. Her problem the whole time was that I wasn't really out there with her. It was a form of validation for her.
I'm confused. So you pretended to be Patrick to get validation from my cousin?
Yes, because I'm not really talking to anybody about our relationship. Nobody knows about it.
So you made the Patrick profile so that it would appear as though you had told your cousin that you were open about your relationship with Kiara?
Yes.
Then why create this fake cousin and carry on a romantic relationship with Jeanette?
I guess I was just going with it.
No, but it was you. You weren't going with it. You made it. You said to Kiara, we should set my cousin up with your cousin, and then you yourself, as Gabby, showed Jeanette pictures of Patrick and kept telling her how great he was. Like, you really made that happen.
I shouldn't have done it. It was just there laying around, and
That's complete bull, because you've done it before.
Have you ever done this before?
Yes. I just talked to a girl once before behind a fake profile, but
once.
Yes.
Okay, so Neve, do you want to come out with it or should I?
We're just in a position now where Kiara's giving you an opportunity to come clean. But before we tell you about all the conversations that we've had with people, I'm gonna give you one more chance, even though you definitely don't deserve it, to drop the act and say something to Kiara, because you broke her heart, and I don't even know why she's even giving you a chance to talk to her, but you've got one chance. And so far, you're blowing it.
You're talking about the current situation with Jeanette and Kiara?
Listen, Gabby, I'm gonna do you a solid and let you know we have spoken to multiple people. We have names, we have timelines, we have all the information. So it would be in your best interest to be honest and cut the We know Chris, we know Patrick, we know Miranda, we know Samantha, we know Brittany, we know Sarah, we know her husband, we know everyone. So it is now your turn. Why don't we start with Sarah? Do you know who Sarah is?
Yes, I know Sarah, but I don't know the other people.
Okay, that's a good start.
And we talked to other people who were in romantic relationships with you, posing as a guy.
I am really not sure about this. What are you talking about?
Is that because there are so many? Because we know about you contacting the BMX rider to ask for the video of you pretending to be a producer of some kind of movie or whatever. I just need you to understand that we know already. It is your turn. This is your chance. Tell us the truth.
I don't know this story. Like, I really don't know what BMX rider or what you are talking about right now.
You don't know Samantha in Jersey?
I don't know any Samantha.
What about Miranda?
And Brittany?
I don't know any Brittany. I admit to the things I've done, but this 3 different kind of people and BMX rider and Samantha in Jersey City is just no.
So maybe we can clear this up then. Why don't we bring some people into the Zoom so we can clear this up? All right, there's Samantha.
Hi. Oh, and there's Brittany.
Here we go, perfect. Okay, hi, ladies.
I don't know any of these people.
You don't know these people, Gabby?
I don't know either of them, no.
You don't know me?
I really don't. This is the first time I'm seeing you.
Do you remember Christian Wagner? Do you remember Patrick? How dare you?
But I don't know you.
Gabby, we all know it's you. And there's so many of us. There are so many girls who have so much information on you and all the phone numbers you've used and what you've done to people.
Like, just own up to it so you can go on with your life.
And Brittany, you don't know Brittany?
I don't know Brittany.
You don't know Brittany?
I met you face to face, and you had an attitude the second that I met you, and then you made it your life's mission to try to make my best friend hate me. So to sit there and say that you don't know me when I literally sat 10 feet from you.
Who is your best friend?
You know who my best friend is. Who was your roommate, Gabby, that wasn't allowed to go hang out with your best friend,
Gabby, we're talking about Miranda.
My best friend. And I'm the one that figured out that Chris Wagner was fake, Gabby. When Miranda and I did more research, we found other girls that had been victims going back as far as 2012. So this has been going on for many, many years.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
I have all of the messages from you, Gabby. I've saved all of them. The guy that you reached out to in Australia, he has the message you sent him. You're going to be in a movie, asking him to portray this character saying my name.
To me.
He has it documented.
I just want to give you one more opportunity, Gabby. Do you know Samantha and do you know Brittany?
I know Sam and Miranda. Samantha, I really don't know her.
I mean, you're a liar.
She may not remember you, Samantha. She's done this potentially to dozens of other women.
Dozens of girls. Bye.
Bye, Samantha.
I just hope that you grow from this, and I hope you learn from this, and I hope you understand that when you hurt one person, you hurt everyone around them that cares about them.
I understand that.
Good luck to the other girls. I hope you get some answers.
Thank you, Brittany.